Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to our final Shabbat of 2021. But just as the year ends, we still can get a few firsts in. It is my understanding that this is the first time you, Rob, and Maggie have sung together. So
As first Shabbat
first
service,
Shabbat
yes.
service
We've
on the Bima.
Right.
So we welcome
Here
you
at Suburban
here at Suburban
at 6 p.m.
at 6 p.m.
But other than
Great.
that, yeah.
Today, on December 31st, 2021.
Yeah.
No.
First time.
But this is the first time they've done a Shabbat service together, and we are thrilled to host them, and they sound amazing, and so it should definitely not be the last. We welcome all of you. You may look at us and be like, that's not usually how they dress for Shabbat services, but we decided that so many people lately choose to spend New Year's Eve in pajamas, and especially this New Year's Eve, with many people choosing not to go out. We decided we were going to be in pajamas too, and we were going to welcome this new year in style. So we hope that you are all comfy and cozy at home. And of course, as always, we hope that whatever reason you are tuning in today, whether it's because it's Shabbat and you are always with us on Shabbat, whether it is because you have a joy to celebrate, you are excited for this new year, whether you are excited to celebrate all that was good in 2021, whether you are looking forward to all that will be good in 2022, whether you have a loss to mourn, whether you are healing, whatever it is, whatever the reason you have chosen to join us this Shabbat, that our service gives it to you not only to get you through Shabbat, but into the coming week and, in fact, the coming year. So with that, we will begin with Hinei Matov, because it is indeed good that we are all together, whether it is through the magic of technology or in person.
Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov, ya la la ya la 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 la. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov, ya la la ya la 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 la. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
So my last congregation, we had an expression, Shabbat happens. We actually even had bumper stickers made. And that is because no matter what else is going on in our world, Shabbat happens on sundown every Friday. So even if it's New Year's Eve, Shabbat happens. And with that, we will light our Shabbat candles, and we will offer our Shabbat Kiddush. So we will begin with candles. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tehila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta, v'otanu kidashta, mikol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uvratzon, inchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
And as we rise in body and spirit for Baruch Hu, we will do the Noah Aronson version, which has become very popular in our tent program and throughout our congregation.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer?
Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared?
Ya-la-la-la-la, 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 ya-la-la-la-la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach
Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam va'ed. Ya-la-la-la-la, 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 ya-la-la-la-la.
And as we continue with Shema, we've learned, as we've been taught the sign language version of this prayer, that while it's often translated as "Hear, O Israel," it really means to pay attention, to focus. And as we enter this new year, what is it that you need to pay attention to? What is it you need to focus on? So we continue with that thought in mind.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
may be seated as we continue with V'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
The prayers in our service come from all different sources. The Shema and the V'ahavta that we just read come directly from our Torah, as does Mi Chamocha, which we are about to sing. And we sing it with great joy because the Israelites did as they passed the sea, crossed the sea into freedom. And so please sing this next one with great joy. And if you are so moved, dance just like the Israelites did.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נטע בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נטע בקודש.
נורא
תהילות
עושה
פלא,
נורא
תהילות
עושה
פלא.
אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
מלכותך רב ובניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים. זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
נורא
תהילות
עושה
פלא,
נורא
תהילות
עושה
פלא.
אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
Well, we are certainly dressed appropriately for this next prayer, Hashkivenu. I always call it our Jewish lullaby, where we ask God to wrap us in a blanket of peace so that we can sleep securely, whether it is peace of mind or just a restful night that we are asking for so that we can wake up rested tomorrow, ready to do and be our best.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Ve'alidenu shomrenu lechaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Ve'amidenu shomrenu
lechaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain.
Hashkivenu shalom. Yalidenu shomrenu L'chaim, L'chaim, L'chaim.
As we rise in body or spirit for the tefillah, the prayer around which our service was created, we're going to sing a new version of Adonai Fatah this evening, but it will sound familiar because it is also by Noah Aronson, and it is written to the same tune that we sang Baruch Hu to.
La 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 la, la 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 la,
La 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 la,
la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la,
la 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 la,
la 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 la.
Adonai sepatai titach ufi haki tekilatecha.
Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. La 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 la, la 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 la,
La 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 la,
la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la,
la 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 la, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chazadim Tovim, V'chonei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avotei Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניכם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, רב להושיע, משיב הרוח, מוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, בחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומחיי אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומיתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, בחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום מהללוך סלה. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
You may all be seated. We are taught that on Shabbat we are not supposed to ask for things because God should have a day off too. The two things we are allowed to pray for, however, are peace, which we are about to pray for, and healing, which will come next. And that is because the power for both resides within each one of us. Okay, the power for both resides within each one of us. And so, as we sing Shalom Rav, our prayer for peace, I ask us all to think about what we will do in this coming year to bring more peace and more healing to our world.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
Ki ata o melech hador lechol hashalom. Ki ata o melech hador lechol hashalom.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
V'tov einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Thousands of years ago, we read in our Torah that Miriam became ill, and Moses prayed on her behalf the first prayer of healing, El na rafana la, please God, heal her, please. Thousands of years later, we continue this tradition, offering prayers of healing, not only for those we love and care about, but for all those who are in need. So we continue now with our prayer of healing, our Misha Berach, for all those who are entering this new year in need of healing.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mikor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say
Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habraha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And let us say Amen.
We take a moment for personal silent prayer.
Ose shalom, Bimroma, Ose Shalom, Bimroma, Huyase, Huyase, Huyase Shalom, Huyase, Huyase, Huyase Shalom, Huyase, Huyase, Huyase Shalom. Alleluia. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Bimroma. Oh, say shalom. Bimroma. Huyase, huyase, huyase shalom. Huyase, huyase, huyase shalom. Huyase, huyase, huyase shalom. Alleluia.
1, 2, 3.
May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
Thank you. So tonight I'm going to share one of my favorite kinds of stories, and that is a Chelm story, because who doesn't love a good story about the wise people of Chelm? And although they are named the wise people of Chelm kind of ironically, they often turn out to have some of the greatest advice. And this story is actually about the rabbi of Chelm. And the rabbi of Chelm had been the rabbi for many, many years and was known for his wisdom, especially in the sermons he gave on Shabbat. And inspiration for these sermons could come from so many different places. Sometimes they came from nature, from the breezes that blew when he walked through the streets, from the sun that shone in the sky, from the beautiful flowers, and sometimes they came from the people he encountered, especially the children. But as time went by, and as the years passed, he found that there was very little that was inspiring him. He felt like he had said everything he needed to say, and he didn't know what he was going to say that coming Shabbat morning. And it kind of scared him a little. And so he started Shabbat morning services, and he didn't know what he was going to do. And when it was time to give the sermon, he rose and he said, "People of Chelm, do you know what it is I'm going to say to you this morning?" And with complete unanimity, everyone of the same mind said, "No, Rabbi, we don't know what you're going to say." And he says, "How can I talk to such a clueless group of people?" And he turned around and he sat down. And that was it. He didn't utter another word. He just finished the service. And another week passed, and there was no inspiration again. And he had no idea what he was going to say to his congregation. So the next morning, the next Shabbat morning, when it was time to give his sermon, he said to the congregation, "People of Chelm, do you have any idea what it is I want to say to you this morning?" And they learned their lesson from the last week, and they said what they thought the rabbi wanted to hear, and they said, "Yes, Rabbi, we know what you are going to say." And he said, "Then no need for me to speak." And he sat down. But again, for a third week in a row, the rabbi had no idea what he was going to say on a Shabbat morning. And he got to services, and he started the service, and he looked out, and he could not believe the crowd. more people than he had ever seen at a Shabbat morning service. And he was sitting next to the president of the congregation, and he looked at her and he whispered and he said, "What is with all the people?" And she said, "Rabbi, they have a feeling that today is the day you are going to say the most brilliant thing you have ever said. And so people have come from cities and towns far and wide to hear your words." And the rabbi started to get worried because he had no idea what he was going to say. So he got up when it was time to give the sermon, and he said, "People of Chelm, do you have any idea what it is I want to tell you this morning?" And this week, there was not unanimity. Half the people said, "Yes, Rabbi, we know exactly what you were going to say," and the other half said, "No, Rabbi, we have no idea." And he said, "Great, the people who know can tell the people who don't know, and you will know." And he sat down. So I said, as I began this evening, although they are sometimes named the wise people of Chelm, ironically, because people think they are a city of fools, they truly sometimes offer us the best advice. As we enter this new year, we often look outward for what it is we need to know and what it is we need to hear. But maybe the wisest words for us as we enter 2022 are the words that are inside us. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Shiru Adonai Kol Haaretz. Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash.
Shiru
Adonai Kol Haaretz.
Shiru
Adonai Shir Chadash. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth, a new song unto God.
Shiru
Adonai Kol Haaretz.
Shiru
Adonai
Shir
Chadash. Shir Chadash. Shir Chadash.
Truly one of my favorites. Please rise in body or spirit for Aleinu. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else.
ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You may be seated as we turn our thoughts and prayers to memory. It is a fearful thing to love what death can touch, a fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be and oh, to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me. Your laugh once lifted me. Your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing to love, what death has touched. This Shabbat we remember in the period of Shiva, Janet S. Bergman, and in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning, Pearl Began and Carly Rachel Siegel. And this Shabbat we commemorate the Yortzeit, the yearly anniversary of death of Jane Haas Barnett, Hansi W. Baumel, Morris Barrick, Saul Bloomfield, Regina F. Eisner, Harold Fallon, Sadie Weiss Feldman, Herman Fellinger, Joseph Lewis Friedman, Jerome R. Gardner, Evelyn S. Gluck, Beatrice Myers Goldstein, Esther Gorin, Eugenia Green, Mark Herschel, Charles S. Horowitz, Sigmund Joseph, Harry Kane, Bertram Katz, Helene Mansbach Kaufman, Alan Ryder Klein, Relly Korak Cux, Edith S. Lee, Dorothy Brown Lieb, Harry B. Leslie Jr., Rose Miller Levy, Elizabeth A. Litt, Louis Melziner Sr., Lois Silberman Nussbaum, Scylla Nussbaum, Gertrude Petrova, Benjamin Phillipson, Seymour Queen, Lloyd Harley Rhodes, Aaron Rose, Maureen K. Schreiber, Sophie Steinbuck, David Haber Warshawski, Harry R. Wiesenberger, Doris Rosewater Wilkoff, Sydney E. Wolpaw, Nina Wooliger. We say of them all, Zichronam Livracha, may each of their memories be a blessing as we rise for the Kaddish and take into our hearts and prayers all those you have loved and lost as well. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, Bialma divrach irotei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, Ba'agalal v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'olam omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudashah b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort all who are bereaved, as together we say, Amen.
Amen.
No service would be complete without announcements. And so first of all, I want to thank Rob and Maggie. I know it might be the first time on Shabbat Bima, but it certainly should not be the last. As I said before services started, you singing just makes my heart happy, and it was such a joyous way to ring in the new year. So thank you, and thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
As a reminder, our services will be online for the next 2 weeks. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, on our website. So come join us. We would love to have you. And also, registration is alive and well for trimester 3. We have postponed by 1 week, technically 2, but we were never having class on Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, so we will be starting January 23rd. So register for classes so you can get your favorite one and not get closed out. And we have many both in-person and at-home options, so come join us. And with that, we have a special Adon Olam mashup brought to you by Rob and Maggie. So come join us for our closing song, Adon Olam.
Should old
Acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne. For old lang syne, my friends, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra. Le'eg nasa bechefzo kol azai melech shemo nikra. De'acharei kichlot hakol lebado yimlok nora. Vehu haya vehu hove vehu ye betivara. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne?
Awesome.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And now we rise for our closing benediction.
Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha.
May God's face always shine in your face, guiding and sustaining you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom v'yasem be'acha shalom.
And may God always be with you and bless you with peace. Peace in your heart, peace in your home, and peace in our world as we enter this new year. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And we'll conclude with Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
B'tei Avon, Shabbat Shalom. Happy New Year, everyone.